Hello! Hello, Shu, Vaveri. New reward? Did I add one? Yes, probably. Could you guys let me know how the audio is? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game? Is anything too loud or too quiet? Sounds good? Excellent. Alright, we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna try to finish the first 2 trials of this first one. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Alright, episode 1, the first turnabout. Let's go. Ought to add a first reward redeem for the first viewer? I could do that, yeah. Larry looks so silly, as usual. There's the murder. Dang it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like... him. Blood, indeed. Katonk. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hiya, Chief. It's so weird seeing it in, like, not pixels. Because the first time I played it was on emulator, but this one's the Steam version. It's gonna take some getting used to. Phew! I'm glad I made it on time. What is that? I know, it's kind of weird. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. She looks like Froggers. No, poor Mia. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? No, surely Mia doesn't look like that. Not like that emote. Surely not. You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I love Larry so much. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Quick note, your banner reminds me of a manticore with a paintbrush being the stinger and the wings and general cat theme. Oh yeah, I could kind of see that actually. Hello Paragon, welcome. You have a point. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. His eyes are, like, terrifying. Who? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Objection! Too much or too little soul? It's true, it's just a void. Hi, Kimono. Thank you for the objection. That's what we'll be doing in court today. How are you? My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying. When something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Surely he can do this. Surely. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, look at him! Oh, he's my son. I love Phoenix. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? He looks like a baby. He is a baby. Phoenix is a big baby. Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Well, we hope it's not Phoenix or Mia. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... oh, wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, July 31st from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Good to know. And back is backspace. Okay. I do need to learn the controls for this, so this is fine. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Mia Fey is not dead. Cinder Block, don't know who that is. Cindy Stone. The badge committed the murder. That would mean Phoenix. Surely not. Not yet anyway, you know. Give him some time. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was poison, hit with a blunt object, or strangled. Well, we saw the blood. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. I would hope so. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Yes, I can do that. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Have you ever played a Phoenix Wright game? I've played all of them. I've played all the mainline games, and then I played the Latent crossover. So yes, I've definitely played my fair share. I'm just revisiting them because they're my favorites. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Oh, he looks so smug. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. Cheater Pants Grammy made me play this a few weeks ago, so she knows all the answers. I knew them all to begin with, but it was nice to get a refresher. It's because Avery never played the first 2 trials of this game. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Now I need to see Grandma Renary with her cheater pants on. You know, Avery, since you made the accusation, you can draw it. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. For free? I am intrigued. What do you mean, Avery? What do you mean? Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Alright guys, what do we want? Do we want to wait and see or stop him from answering? I'll let you guys pick this one. Should we wait and see or stop him? I'll take the first answer someone says. Stop answering? Alright. Cease. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Wins. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh? Well, did you, or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Alright, here's another one. Should he answer? Should he not? I'll take the first one again. So the big question. Indeed. Do we want him to answer? Or do we want him to, you know, not answer? Let him answer? Alright, we let him answer. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. You know they're besties when they can communicate like that. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. There it is, the first one. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. Sussy, sussy. We're about to see. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowett to the stand. There he is. Mr. Sowett, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sowett, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. The witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? You know, same, Phoenix. You shouldn't lie. You're under oath, but you know. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Savage. Okay. Open the court record with tab and then point out contradictions in the testimony. Alright. I know where the first one is, so we'll just go right to it, make some progress. He was in a hurry. Thinking it strange, I looked inside. I saw her lying there. She was dead. Hold it! Hold it, indeed. We're gonna make him hold it. Thought to call the police. The phone wasn't working. Went to a park. Objection! Objection, indeed. We're about to say that very thing. Alright, it was 1 p.m. That is wrong, because she died from between 4 and 5. There it is. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, so punny. I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always begot more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. I know most of the stuff from this game because I saw a playthrough of it. Yeah, there are lots of playthroughs of it for sure. And this'll be another one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. No, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright, we've got this one. When I found the body, I heard the time. There was the voice at the time. It was probably coming from the television. I believe we can just present this here, the blackout record, because this is from noon to 6 p.m. and the body was found between 4 and 5. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television. Or a video. Well... The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Oh, thank you for the monocle, Redeem. I'm gonna be big brain now. Wait! I remember now! Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Slay, Udgy, slay. True. He's on our side today. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Alright. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. How strange. How strange. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Okay, let's press this. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. I guess we just present it then. Alright. Take that, sir. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney at Law, that's who. True. Stand in awe. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Surely we do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! How did he know the murder weapon was a clock, huh? Exactly. Thank you for the lurk, Shub. I appreciate it. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court? Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. There it is. At least he was smart enough to wear gloves. Mr. Sawit, The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Did you commit murder?
That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard, no, I mean, I saw.
Ew.
Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claimed the sound from the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? He looks like an unripe potato. He is ugly. The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Oh yes, ask the neighbors. No, we're gonna try sounding it. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Ooh. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Dang it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. Not yes, Your Honor. Phoenix gives up so easily. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
Grr, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Oh, certainly, ma'am. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
This is the only one we haven't used besides our attorney's badge. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ew. That was gross.
Order, I say.
Yucky.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
This is the beginning of the legend himself. Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts.
Not guilty!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Yippee! It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. Why does she look like that? While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And committed murder. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. She looks like an orangutan. No. Larry's taste in women. I don't understand. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Mr. Harry Butts, indeed. Does he look like a Harry? Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Sob. Larry. Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Surely this. Take that, Larry. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? You could've baited him? Could've, but you know, he's bestie. He deserves something. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer.
Really, I am.
Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said,
"Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends."
But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. No money. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. I hurt knowing exactly what happens. A brand new episode has been added, and holy moly, Mr. Red White looking quite blingy there. Ew. He looks so sus. I mean, that's the point, I think. Pedophile? No.
Hello, this is Maya.
Hey, Maya, it's me.
Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know. You want me to hold evidence for you.
Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
I gotcha. So what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like the statue The Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys.
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead.
Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way.
Wait, that should be Mia. Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger.
Okay. We'll hit the usual joint.
All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon.
Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Not again! That is an image. Red, white, blue. What kind of law office doesn't have a CCTV? You kinda right, though. You kinda right. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. And now we get a schmoove. That smell. Blood.
Sis.
Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? And she's gone. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Alright, now we get a look around. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker, the murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. Made by Larry Butts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards. The broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Uh-oh. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. And find out what that girl was doing here. Alright. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. I guess we're gonna give her the bloody receipt. Okay. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of the receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Just leave her crying and call the police. Let's talk to her. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis. So she was already dead. You and the chief. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Do we give her the thinker? Let's see. About the thinker. The thinker? That was... Oh, Sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. Alright. We need to find a phone. Back into the office we go. There it is. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh boy. She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand. Murder her now. I don't think we can. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. Alright, I guess we just leave. Oh boy. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! It's my boy! It's my boy Gummy. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me? Eek! This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
It all happened so fast. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. Wow, thanks for the positivity, Gummy. He's doing his best. You know, he's trying to do his job. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Alright, guys, what should we tell her? I'll take the first answer. Should we tell her it's up to you? Of course I will. Or sorry, not a chance. Three options. I don't think this will affect the story much, so. It's just a fun thing to choose. Oop. Alright, I guess it's of course I will. You go ahead and say yep. Alright, let's do it. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you. When you found me in the office, you looked at me like I'd done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. She also looks like Froggy. It runs in the family. The Fays are frogs.
It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned?
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow, Mia, so encouraging. Thank you.
That's what she said.
Rat. She's bullying. Thanks for the positivity. Everyone's just brimming with positivity here, aren't they?
Sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia.
I know.
Alright, we talk, we speak, Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, the clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it.
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
Your cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. Medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too.
I had no idea. Wait,
What?
so you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that?
Yes. In training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago, and she said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Let's do it. Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial is tomorrow at 10.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right. I'll be back. All right. We'll be back. We're schmoovin'. Grossberg Law Offices. What an office. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Alright, we'll come back later. Faye & Co. September 6th. Faye & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is the crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. We kinda did that. Right. And you were... Alright, do we call him Gumshoe, Suit Shoes, or Gumtree? There are 3 options here. What do we call him? Gumtree for the win. Alright, Detective Gumtree. Gumtree, was it? Detective Gumtree? Gumtree? Gum doesn't grow on trees, pal. Okay, Gumshoe. Okay. And I'm the one in charge here, so don't push your luck. Whatever you say, Detective. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Alright, let's talk about Mia. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you go look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Mia's autopsy report. Time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Aha, how sus. Receipt. What a softie, he's cute. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Here he comes. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait. You do know him, don't you? Do we know Edgeworth? Do we know? You guys can pick again. Do we know Edgeworth? Are we aware of this man's existence? Nah? No, okay, of course not. Never heard of him. Whoa! And you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright, gimme Maya's phone, please. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure! I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Do we tell him straight, or not so straight? Should we be a truthful lawyer or a tricky lawyer? Tell him straight? If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Objection indeed. Hello, Gray. Welcome, welcome. We're investigating for trial number 2. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Gumshoe, yes. He's so cute. Maya's cell phone holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. Y'all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? Wouldn't talk to her even if you asked me to. She is a character. So you've already sent her home then? Aha! You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still at the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. I guess we're gonna go talk to her. To the Gatewater Hotel. Gumshoe is the police always she wishes he was? True. I love Gumshoe. I would take Gumshoe over Oishi any day. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I want to hit her with the shoe. She deserves it. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Oh ho ho, what is this? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching!
Oh, she looks so deranged. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Oh my word, she looks even worse than she used to. Oh my gosh. This is great. He looks like Caillou. No, that's so... I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, what you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Does she have another model? I'm used to the trilogy art. Oh, I think because Avery's used to the pixels. And this is the Steam version, so it's just, like, rendered images.
Ooh, observe. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies.
Yeah, I think because the pixels were smaller, I guess you see less.
I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know the thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Phoenix too smart to play dumb. His brain is too big. Oh boy. Miss May. Could you... who exactly are you? Phoenix, what a spelling. It's like... Feeny, but then you just stick an X at the end.
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No! Hey! I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Feeny plus Phoenix. Phoenix, I accidentally mushed them. I want depressed Phoenix. Why do you want a depressed Phoenix? I mean, you're gonna see it in court, but like, why?
Well, and you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. This room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Because this beanie fit is funny. I know that's not this game, but I wait. Oh, we're definitely gonna play through that one too. That's one of my favorite Phoenixes. I love Phoenix. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Phoenix, the ultimate Feeny. True. He's reached peak power there. Oh boy. Alright, we're schmoovin'. She ain't gonna talk to us. Detention center. Trust me, we're already talking to the most trashy thing there is. But, Avery, trash gets taken out. We must remember. Be careful.
Hey!
What about Clown Lady? Ooh, yeah, she was also pretty bad.
What is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
Sorry, I haven't seen him yet.
I see.
I'd better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Well, let's give her the phone first. Gadu never again. She was an adventure. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. I'm here for Godot and no one else. He's gonna be in the third game, so we have a while to get to him, especially because I'm gonna be alternating with the latent games. But he will come. He will come. We will get to him eventually. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks.
Thank you.
Okay, well, now we go back to Grossberg's. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've heard. Uh-huh. So, you're the one that they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Acha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? We speak your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. He's busy being busy. Yeah, it makes him really busy, you know? Can't help it, really. Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. Edgeworth, true. Edgeworth is scaring the pants off all the lawyers. He's so spooky. What's going on here? Mia. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye.
He thinks he's Shadow the Hedgehog. He does. But is he really? He's more like Eggman. He's got the red suit.
She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission. You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That painting. The Van Gogh behind you, sir. That's quite a painting.
Aha! You noticed.
More like Dr. Evo Robotnik. He doesn't even get to be Eggman. He got demoted. I love that.
It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying! Jeez! Alright. We are schmovin'. Back to the detention center. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention center. Visitors room. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Ace Attorney Investigations is good though, so he could get a pass. True! I love the investigations game so much. Well, what do I tell her? Well, see? Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. We talk. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold onto a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. And so then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. When it smells, it's usually the butts. We can't blame Larry here. That's so evil. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Your mother. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I have to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by yourself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White? Medium L. Medium L indeed.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Alright guys, do we want to go home or should we defend Maya? I'll take the first suggestion. Go home, alright. There's nothing left here for me to do. She'll be better off with a state-appointed lawyer. I think I'd better get home now.
Goodbye.
The end. It was a few days later when I found out how the story ended. The result of that trial was in the newspaper. Guilty. I'll probably never meet her again. Did I make the right choice? Will I ever know? Mia, if you can hear me, please tell me. Bad ending. Not. I can't let that happen. I'm not leaving here until she takes me as her lawyer. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well, alright. We can't abandon her, someone else is the culprit, or we don't know why. Which one should we do? I don't know why. Gonna pick all the bad options, okay? I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know.
You don't know?
Is this girl sitting in front of me the killer? I never make the characters mean, but you're clicking the option, so I have remorse. It's okay, we got this. I played with the good options before, so it's fine. All the evidence seems to say yes. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior. Was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. Probably the butts. Always the butts. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there. A long, long time ago. Baby Phoenix! Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. There's only one thing I know for certain. I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you. Sniff.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Nuh-uh! Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look in the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Alright, we're schmoovin' back to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, are you... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. This man, Mordor. Bell L-boy, indeed. He's a big suck-up, that's what he is. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. It's so weird that he's like the bellboy and he works here, so he knows that Phoenix is not, like, checked in or anything, and he's like, okay, have a fun time, bye. Like, okay, dude. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick! All you gotta do is tip him and he'll be quiet, that is true. But I don't think Phoenix has money. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There is no such thing as coincidences. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Spoon-feeding you answers, indeed. Wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. All right. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, Phoenix.
Oh, bellboy, still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Simp, no. Beanie. Tragic. We do not want to get to Miss May's bottom. That is something I do not want to do. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. There he is! It's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. That'd be a different game, true. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. He's got a big nose! Poor Edgeworth, he's being bullied immediately. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Cravat. His iconic cravat. I love it. Sir! My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death. Richard Gumshoe was my father. Yes. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans, the murder scene, the Fay & Co. law offices. Let's go. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Scarlet in the library with the candlestick. True. Seems like the most plausible one.
Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Maya Fay's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder.
Is that so?
The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey! Maya just threw something at me! What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Is something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, we press everything. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Is that so? Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. I don't think we need that one. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why?
Why is that?
What's your reason? We had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just 1 second. Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You said it, you said it.
Let him smack the table. He is smacking that table. It's gonna have handprints. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
Yeah, let's go!
Table smack.
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal.
Well, I guess she is pink. Let's double check. We're fact checking. Miss May. She looks pretty pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir.
Judge is the real OG. He is. He's great.
There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about that vital piece of evidence the first time?
Why Edgy got a dumpy, though? You know, he probably sits all the time. He needs one. You know, like a cushion. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. He sews couch cushions to his pants. Yes, I like that. Then he'll always have a cushy seat. Okay, so for this, the word Maya was written in blood. Blood was the victim's. There was blood on her finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, we have something here. Her autopsy report says her death was instantaneous. We're gonna present that. There it is. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. Imagine having his eyebrows. Which ones, Phoenix's or Gumshoe's? They're both kind of funky. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Phoenix? Yeah, they've got the little, like, lightning bolt ends. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? We got it the day of the no, day after, because she died at night. I hate this part. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... oh, there it is, the finger wag. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate, due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Oh, yes. So many quotable moments. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have the time to write Maya. That is all. I see! Darn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you had something up your sleeve. I throw a rock at that man. I don't think they have rocks in the courtroom, unfortunately. Maybe the gavel. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Ooh, what should we say here? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham, or I'm a sham. So many fun options here. I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe, was I a fool to trust you in your report? Huh? Me? I wasn't... huh? No, he looks like a sad puppy. No. Detective Gumshoe. No, not Gummy. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. Not the salary cut, no. He's already broke. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Sir, you probably told him to give us the wrong one. Yeah, either that or he didn't tell Gumshoe they were getting an updated one. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts it as evidence. Mia's autopsy report. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes before or after being hit. Of course she lived before. I can read. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. I want to send the updated autopsy report meme, but it has bad words, Fane. I know what you're talking about. It's really funny despite the bad word. Oh my gosh. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Edgeworth don't gotta be thick like that. He's thicker than April May. Innocent? Poor boy. He's just trying to, you know, make her seem that way. Or maybe he actually thinks that and he's being fooled. Who knows? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
I thought you were gonna say thicker than Abraham Lincoln. No, that was not even on my radar, but, you know, maybe he is. I don't know. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. She is an adult woman speaking like this. That is true. This is precisely right. She has no shame. Witness account.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Ayo! Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, we're cross-examining her. She does not deserve to leave. Stay in the courtroom. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have the feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, here we go. It was 9 at night and she looked out the window and then saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Ooh, you saw nothing or you're lying? You saw nothing. You are blind. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No, you would have noticed this for her top knot for sure. This is a woman L for sure. For real, for real. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Phoenix the Shade! However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus!
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. Dumb child dress ugly? I mean, she kinda does, though. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I thought what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would. Dang, I almost had her. We're getting to her.
I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. The clock. The kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee.
Oh, how sussy. How'd you know it was a clock, ma'am? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination. Oh, so sussy. Witness account. Alright, let's talk about the thinker. Alright. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order! Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock?
Ooh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. I want to see IRL lawyers point like this. That would be fun. I think it would be really interesting to see it too. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, we won't. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
what? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of A & Co.
Oh, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of A & Co. where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Is it really that loud, though? Is it actually? Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it could not have rung. The clockwork is missing. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. I guess it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. No papers? Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? That's the part she cares about. Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow. He knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she'd heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? We can! Stop. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Miles can't look at Phoenix like that. I know what you are. Sus. Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... cell phone. Take that, Edgeworth. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Bubblegum pink cell phone, girl boss Phoenix. Yes. And with the Steel Samurai ringtone. Pop off, sir. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. His eyeballs are shaking. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? He got thick hands. He does. Very big. Good for slapping the desk with. Just how did you know the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Hold it indeed. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. This one. The guy in the blue suit, he did it! No, we can't blame him now. We're on a roll. Hello, Arumla, how are you doing? It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Yeah, how are you doing? Oh, excuse is not on sale today?
Oh.
She just aged. Aged so hard.
What's it to you, porcupine head?
How are things going? They're going great. We're on a roll. Phoenix has some good comebacks in this game. He's so savage. I love it. Super Saiyan JoJo looking model. She really went from shoujo character to JoJo.
That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Oh? Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary. No horror ad. No. So sad. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Are you back, Gray? They suddenly hit you with the horror ad? Oh dear. Yes, pain. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you heard about it. This game is still awesome. Absolutely. I adore it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Because it was the murder weapon in a previous case and it was all over the news. It probably should have been. It makes sense. But then she would have said so. So maybe she doesn't look at the news. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Gee, I wonder what this could be for. Take that. Have a look at this.
Ooh, that.
I found this in Miss May's room. Not breaking and entering, and not snooping around. Nope, definitely not. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. The wiretap at the Gatewater Hotel. Yeah, we just waltzed in there, picked it up, and left. It was so amazing that they made the reference. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Ooh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? We have a wiretap in a hotel. What should we call the hotel? Only one option. I mean, you know. It works, right? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Not Watergate. That's for sure. For sure. But they can definitely make a small edit. No one would ever get that. Completely forgot Miles was still the bad guy in this game. Oh yeah. He was definitely a stinker in the beginning. Oh yeah? I think I can! It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. I'm so used to him being friendly and on our side. Yeah, he definitely has a big change. Character development. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Has anyone pointed out yet that it's a clock? Or a bad one? Like in the game? Or just in general? Because if it's in the game, then yes. We've gone through that, for sure. There's no way Larry has the skills to make that. Yeah, that's very sus in general. Yeah, I also find it very hard to believe. Your Honor, look at that witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Opinion on Larry? I think he's really funny. I really like him. He's a little annoying, but in a good way. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
She says lawyer like it's an insult.
It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that.
A girl that likes Larry, that's something that doesn't exist in the game. That's mean. That's so mean. He had a girlfriend. Sure, she kind of cheated on him, but still.
Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Oh,
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. He had 10 girlfriends, all of which left him. It's true. It is true. But, you know, he's a silly, so I appreciate that about him. Alright, why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant?
Gah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Can't she plead the fifth, the right to remain silent? She technically could, but in this situation, that's basically confirming that she did it, right? Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Hey, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And, of course, I can and will.
I know bugger all about the law, but I've seen enough episodes of Suits to know pleading the fifth is a thing. I mean, yeah, but, I also don't know all that much. But also, this was originally based in Japan, like the game. And I don't know if they have that law there or not, so. I assume that's why it doesn't come up in translation. You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold.
Fairly certain the legal system in Japan was messed up around the time this game came out. Yeah, that's why they made it.
If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
The amount of guilty verdicts was way higher than other places of the world. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I do know that that's originally why they decided to make this game. Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. My great displeasure, huh? Yeah, no, he just wants to win. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. Let him bring 2 iced teas and a sandwich. Room service. Courtroom service. That's what we need. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, and thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. Why can the prosecution make demands when calling witnesses? Edgeworth holds way too much power. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We're not chickens. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. No fun karma holds too much power. That's true, but we haven't gotten there yet. Uh-oh. Wait! Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. I also love how Maya doesn't have a say in this. They've completely forgotten about her, honestly. I think Edgeworth is the only one that remembers. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
He looks so different in this illustration.
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder somehow, Maya will be finished.
Miss May's room service. Alright. I am the head bellboy. I believe I received a call at 8. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought at 9. I brought it to her at the requested time. Alright.
Precisely 9, then.
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time?
I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
You're sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasseur, sir.
I don't know how to say that. I do not speak French. Embrasseur? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I?
Protest! We argue.
Wait! Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Just give up? No! I'm not losing to Edgeworth. I refuse. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of injustice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay.
This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? We know about the room service. Bed making is sus. Let's go check in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May.
Oh, all right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. If you've seen the D&D movie, you know how the you got X amount of questions usually go.
I did not watch the movie. I have no idea. But I can make an assumption. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there.
Then I won't spoil it. Okay, sounds good. What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
I object. That was objectionable.
Very objectionable, Edgeworth. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who...
Aha, yes, throw him under the bus.
He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Ugh.
You fool.
Is it controversial to say that April May isn't even that good looking? Oh no, she absolutely isn't.
I've done it. I've won.
Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple. It was... Well, if it's not her and it's not the bellboy, it's gotta be the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Stupidest multiple choice ever. The first ones are pretty sad. But it's okay. It's just the second trial. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
You're the one being bullied by me, Edgeworth. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into the matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
Yeah, really? You sure? Because I'm far from sure. If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure.
Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Alright, we're saving here. I was a bit too ambitious. I didn't think the second trial was gonna be that long, but it turns out it is, and my voice is dying. So I think we're gonna end it here for today. Let's see if there's anybody can go raid.